So this is just to give you guys updates on the CNG. Like I told you, I will always give updates whenever I hear new information or ask any CNG user, and gives me information that think you guys should know. I will do that. So CNG update. This should be part what? I don't even title it part. I just put it as update. So I met a user of CNG. This time the vehicle was Kia Cerato. So Kia Cerato is it second generation. I hope I'm right. You know that 2008 model to 2011 Kia Cerato. So I don't know. I think it should be second generation. Should be. So in fact, look at the thumbnail of this video. That is the engine on that vehicle. So probably we'll be able to know which engine is it, which model of Kia Cerato that was producing. So I was a young man, so I spoke, and so I asked him directly, as usual, what's the side effect. Those were the words I used. I didn't use the downside. I said side effect of the CNG that are on that vehicle so far, So he started off by saying that actually he can't think of any. That was what he said. I can't think of any except the maintenance. So I was like, what do you mean by maintenance? So he said the maintenance, just sometimes he has to take it to them to check, do something there. I was like, is it the engine side? That's what I mean, the engine. I'm talking of the traditional engine the car was produced with, which is the ICE. He said no, that he was referring to the CNG itself, the kits that had been installed on the vehicle, that, just the maintenance. I don't know, it was like, it's not as if he didn't want to give details, but he was like, just maybe sometimes he tried to operate it, something will happen, then you have to take it back. That's kind of, you have to take it back to where he did the installation, for them to do something there for it to start working again. Or maybe, I don't know, he just said the maintenance. That was what he said. He said, no problem, it's just the maintenance. Those are his words. So before I wanted to clarify, I was like, are you talking of the engine? He said no, it's just the maintenance of the CNG kit on the vehicle. I said, okay. I was okay, no, that's understandable. I mean, it's expected that even your engine, you have to be maintaining it. They are expected to be wear and tear. And this kind of installation, there may be one or two things maybe that wasn't gotten right. You have to take it back for them to do it again or redo it, stuff like that. So we went on, we talked, and then he kept saying, he now also mentioned that at least now the installation cost is now lower. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, at least they reduced the price to like 600,000 naira. I think that was what I don't know, he didn't say if that was what he paid for his. I was saying at least now it's 600,000, because I know that the point I thought it was even higher than 600,000. So now I think it's 600,000 naira. So that he now went on and also now said the problem, one of the problems he's now having as well, is that even though he had done the conversion to CNG, he has ended up using more fuel what I mean, oh, sorry, I meant not fuel. Using more of petrol, that PMS, or gas, for those who live in US and the other thing. Ended up using gasoline, that's what I mean. You know, than even the CNG that is meant to cost him less. I said, how? He said, because the unavailability of the CNG. That, it seems they are not always available for now or for a while. The way he was putting it out, I mean, it was you go ahead, you do the conversion only for you to keep using petrol because the CNG is not available. Or maybe they could be available, but maybe there's usually long queue at CNG station that could discourage some persons from bothering queuing up to buy. So he was saying that he wasn't for now. He wasn't really feeling the even. I would say he's not enjoying the CNG converts. He hasn't really started really leaping the fruit of the conversion or the introduction of CNG on the vehicle system, EV5 system, or on the engine, because he's trying to say most of the time after the CNG that he has driven the car, it has always still been on petrol. So like, what's now the benefit of doing that? Okay, so but the most important thing is, he said as far as his Kia Cerato 2008 model, I don't know the particular year, but I know it's from 2008 to I think 2011 or so. So doesn't have any issue with the engine. What I mean is the CNG is not giving the engine problem, not giving the electrical system problem or something. And he didn't mention the automatic. Of course, if it was affecting the automatic transmission, he would have mentioned that as well. But he said no issue. Now you could argue maybe because since he did the conversion, he hasn't really used the CNG that much for him to know if it will really affect the engines one way or the other. Based on what he said, because he was saying that he ended up keep using petrol because of all the unavailability of the fuel. So now what I did not ask him was, when did he do the installation? Because that could also tell, okay, how long have you used it? But I looked at the kit, those accessories, CNG accessories on the engine. They didn't look brand new, but they didn't look that old. I know the CNG was introduced, was it last year or 2 years ago in Nigeria? As in what I mean introduced, I mean government started to disturb everybody about it. So I'm not sure that was when he did that installation, because if he was, come on, I would have known. I'm a technician. Once you look at, especially in engine bay, once you install or mount something in engine bay, use it for 3 months, 6 months, mass, trust me, it's going to discolor. Once you look at it with your technical eye, you know that this has stayed long in the engine bay, because the heat from the engine, so many things you'll be able to. It will change the color of that thing. You can tell, or it will be very dusty. This one doesn't really look like it has stayed in that engine bay for up to 6 months. Like the clamps, the hoses, there's this meter. This meter you also find in CNG cars that are converted to CNG. You see that meter. I don't know. Maybe it's like a regulator, maybe pressure regulator or something. The meter is attached on it. On this part, when you check the thumbnail, you will see it's actually behind the engine of this very vehicle that we are talking about. That's where they mounted it. So that one kind of looked new. It's as if maybe as if it was just recently replaced, like very recent. So maybe he had a problem or something, or maybe he didn't. But what I'm saying is, I looked at the accessories, those hoses, plastics. They still look not very very new, but they still look new, not long installed. That's something that installed maybe 2-3 months ago or very recent. So I could argue that my point is it could be that if for Kia Cerato they don't have that issue with CNG and maybe other vehicles. So maybe this could be an encouragement for those that own Kia Cerato, that generation. Maybe you could try it if you are interested in CNG. Or maybe you have it and you're having a different experience on that, and you disagree with what this user is claiming about CNG. So so just sharing the why I didn't probe further. People can be, I won't say biased, like I mentioned in the previous one. When some people make mistake, they don't want to own that responsibility to say, hey, I messed up, or try to give you the opportunity to rub it on his face. So not everybody, even if they are not enjoying CNG, will tell you that they are not enjoying them. So it's possible that truly is enjoying them. I'm not going to downplay his positive feedback or positive response to my questions. So, I mean, not everybody will give you that kind of audience. So, at least now you know. So if I get more information on CNG, I'm going to share with you guys, positive or negative, so that you make up your mind and decide which way to go. Alright, so like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comment concerning CNG, your own experience, put it in the comment section. Maybe I'll come and react to that, do a video on that. So then we'll see. Alright, till next video.